I have given the shown the Sanskrit alphabet chart here once again. The top part showing the vowels, the bottom part showing the consonants, and these two are Anuswara and Visarga shown here with which are joined or added to a sound here. So the first one is and the second one is aha. So about the pronunciation of the pronunciation of the verses here. So most of them, many of them in the first verse, the 4 lines, they are just compound letters, not conjunct. Most of them. For example, you start with the ra, mo. That's why I had selected this one. And as it in the second line, this is a conjunct one, and there are more conjunct on the next ones. And here it becomes a little bit more complex. So compound, I guess most of you are familiar with them, like starting with ra, mo, ra, ja, ma, ni with the visarga, sa, da, vi, ja, ya, te, ra, mum. This is the anuswara or the nasal sound. Now that is supposed to be pronounced, these two, with the next sound, very closely with the next sound, closely. So if you are going to back, it is better to, instead of the anuswara, instead of dot there, substitute that with the ma consonant, this one, last one. So instead of the anuswara, the dot on the top, you substitute that with the ma sound. So it will be easier to pronounce, like Ramam, this one, and then Ramesham. Here also the last dot you can substitute with the ma sound. So Ramam, Ramesham, Bhaje. Then Ramena, Bhi, Ha, Ta, Ni, Sha, Cha, Ra, Cha, Mu, Ra, Ma, Ya, Ta, Smai. This is a Smai. Nama, Nama, Nama. Now to remember that while pronouncing the conjunct letters for the Devanagari script, the guideline is
Sanjeev?
yes.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I'm correcting my homework at the same time. Can you go a bit slower?
Yeah.
Okay. Or can I read mine?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the first one I got is the second one. Ramena Bhihata Nishacharachamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha.
Here, the first one, say that again, the first word.
Ramena Bihata.
Bihata.
Bihata. Yeah, I wrote ta. A capital, yeah.
Right.
And then Nishacharachamu.
That is correct.
Ramaya Tasmai Namaha.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that is good. I mean, so just to recap for everybody's benefit, like the conjunct letters, Devanagari letters, while pronouncing, the guideline is go from left to right first and then top to bottom. For example, here in the Smai, what we have here, this going from left to right here, there is a sa first. So sa is half, right? Sa is half here, and then there is mai. So you can break it like this. If it is confusing in the beginning, you can break it like this. start from left to right. The left one should be half and the right one should be full. Right, half in the sense it is just a consonant without any addition of any vowel to it. So immediately after that there is a ma and there is a two lines indicate I vowel on top of it. So this becomes my. So this smai to be pronounced together. After sa, no gap or no stop, smai. Now if it is like a, yeah, that is smai, then we'll see what comes next. Okay, continue, Veena.
Yes. Rama Krasti. Rama Krasti.
No, this one is Rama is correct, and then we have double na.
Oh, that's na.
Huh.
Okay. Rama Nasti.
Na.
Rama.
Nasti.
Na.
Raman nasti.
So that's the small end again.
What is that? See, Rama, after that there is a na. This is double na.
Double na. Okay.
Because
No. Okay.
how we have seen some special letters, right? For example, Magna.
Yeah, I still have problem with that.
Where was that? Here. See here. Yeah. So here, look at this one. So this one indicates ga, and then there is a na. This is a, so this again going from left to right only. So the right side ga is coming. Sorry, left side starting first ga is coming. So that has to be taken half, okay, or consonant, and then there is a na underneath, but it is coming on the right side. Or you can think it is top to bottom also. Actually, it is left to right only. So half ga, that is consonant ga, and then there is na, gna. So this is gna. So similarly, in that writing, this one, there is, it is like this actually. So again, starting from left, so one of the na will be consonant, the other will be compound with and but there is a vertical line there. This is na. Raman nasti. So if you have to break this word, then it will be like Raman, then there is nasti. Raman, and there is one more na. Raman nasti.
Okay.
Actually, this okay. Raman nasti. Next one.
And then Parayanam. Prataram. Ramasya. I know this one. Yaham.
So this one, when you are saying this, give some little bit gap between the letters, like parataram. Like pa and ra should be pronounced separately, not pra. Para.
Oh. Para.
Taram.
Yeah.
Parataram. Then Ramasya is okay. Then we have Dasosmeham. Daso is clear. Then we have starting with left to right. We have consonant sa, consonant ma, and then there is ya. Right? Smya.
Oh, Dasosmeham.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, I did try that. The next one, Rame Chitalayam Sada Bhavatu Me Bho Rama Mamu. I didn't get the other one. Then Ra.
Yeah.
Last word.
Mamudhara.
Mamudhara.
So this is top to bottom. Right?
Okay. So
Top to bottom. So what happens top to bottom? This top is consonant, no vowel, not compound word, compound letter. Then after that, this what is beneath it, under that is the full letter, compound with a here, because there is no line or nothing after that. So this is the right?
I thought that was da, not dha.
Dha, dental dha.
Oh.
Mamudhara. Da,
Dhara.
yeah, da is written like this, right? Da.
No, the second one. This. Oh yeah, I did mistake.
Okay, so this one, smya is an example where there could be more than one consonant in a conjunct. So not only two, there could be three.
Okay.
Or more. So Rame, now this second one, what is this one? Second word?
Chitalayam.
So here there is a double T, so double T. This one, double T. Right? So that is another special notation we had seen before. Like this one. Chitta. So this is actually consonant ta, and then there is a full ta. Ta with a. Ta and ta, double ta. So there. So there we have chitta, chittalayah. Chittalayah. Chittalayah.
Layaha.
So stress on this. Do not.
Chitta.
Chitta.
Layaha. Chitta. Layaha.
Yes. Chittalayah.
Chittalayaha. Okay.
Yeah. Then the next two lines.
Next line is Anudvegakaram Bhavyam Satyam Priyanidam Chayat Swagyaya Phyayanam Chaiva Banyam Tapa Uchyate.
Good. So there are a couple of them which bit correction here. Anudvegakaram vakyam, that is correct. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Satyam.
Vakyam. Is it vakyam?
Yes, vakyam. Satyam. And this one?
Priyanidam.
Priyahitam.
Hitam.
Hitam. Ta.
Hitam.
Priyahitam.
Yeah.
Priyahitam cha yat. Then the next one.
Swagyaya.
So if you break it, it will look like this. Swadhya. Swa. Sa and va together becomes swa. And dha and ya, dhya. Swadhya. Again ya. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya. Then there is bha consonant and then a ya. Swadhyayabhya. If you go slowly, Swadhyayabhya. Okay. You want to try this one again?
Okay. Swadhyaya.
Yeah.
Bhya.
Swadhyaya. No,
Is it
Swadhyaya.
bhya or
Bhya is okay.
Swadhyaya.
No, Swadhyaya.
Swadhyaya.
Hmm.
I wrote it properly, but I'm spelling wrong. Swadhyaya. Bhyayanam. Chaiva.
Bhasanam.
Bhya.
Sa. Yeah.
Bhyasanam.
Yes.
Bhyasanam. Chaiva. Banyam. Is that correct? Banyam.
No. See, this is Vangmayam.
Bang.
This is Nga. Nga and Ma together, but after Ma there is a sound. Ma is not half. Ma is not a consonant here. It is a compound. So Vangma has to be pronounced with a sound there. Vangmayam. Vangmayam.
Tapa uchyate.
Yeah. Vangmayam. Tapa uchyate.
Thank you. What does the one vertical line and double vertical line mean?
Yeah. So one vertical line is in this poem, poetic compositions. One vertical line indicates end of one line, and second two vertical line indicates end of a verse.
Okay.
End of a verse.
Okay.
So these together is one verse. It's like a group, and these together is one verse. In that, this one is first line, this is second line. Like that.
Thank you.
But in prose, one vertical line indicates end of a sentence, like a end of a sentence for like full point, period, and then two vertical lines used to indicate before a paragraph, like before this new style of writing came with a gap in between. In old textbooks or the books, we'll find two vertical lines at the end of paragraph, one vertical line end of a sentence. But nowadays mostly we see these only in the poetic compositions or poems or the prayers, where two lines is end of a verse. So just for reference, this one is the first four lines are taken up. These are from a prayer called Rama Raksha Stotram. Is the prayer of Rama, God Rama, and then the second one is this one. Last two lines are taken from Bhagavad Gita. Oh, English translation. Okay. I'll just give it to you quickly here, just to make a summary. The first four lines: Ramo Rajamanihi Sada Vijayate. Rama is a king of, is a great king. He always excels. Rama is a great king, always excels. And Ramam Ramesham Bhaje. Rama is the god of gods. God of, he's a Ramesham, means Rama is a, Ramesha means is husband of Lakshmi or Rama. Rama is Lakshmi goddess. So Rama is a goddess of Lakshmi, and I pray to him. Bhaje, pray to him. Ramena Hihata Nishacharachamu. So, Nishacharachamu is the army of demons. They are killed by Rama. And then Ramaya Tasmai Namaha means again I bow to Rama. Raman Nasti Parayanam Paratanam. There is nobody supreme other than Rama. Then Ramasya Dasosmiham. I am a servant of Rama. And Rame Chittalayah Sada Bhavatu Me. Let my mind be always engaged in Rama. Bho Rama Mamuddhara. Hey Rama, please Uddhara means protect me. Uddhara means take me out of this worldly affairs. Like Bho Rama Mamuddhara. Generally protect me. Then the last two lines, Anudvega Karam Vakyam, means the sentence or the speech which is not Anudvega Karam, not troubling others. And then Satyam, which is factual, Satyam. And then Priya Hitam Chayat, which is pleasing and making good to others, doing good to others, that kind of speech. And Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva, which is inclined or geared towards self-study and general study of the scriptures, etc. So this kind of speech, which is not troubling others, which is truth oriented and pleasing others and doing good to others, and then Swadhyaya Abhyasanam, which is studious, that kind of speech, is called Uchyate, means called Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. So this kind of doing this kind of speech is called Vangmayam Tapa, means it is a penance. It is a speech penance. It's called. There are different kinds of penances or living in a righteous way. They are told in the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. So this Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. So this is one is like a tapa is doing penance with your body. That is one kind of tapa. Tapa is a penance or purifying yourself, oneself. That is a tapa. So one kind of purification is daihika. Daihika is bodily. Other is manasika or mind. This one is vangmaya. By speech also one has to be pure. So using doing this kind of speech or talk is the speech purification. Okay. Sentence formation. So moving on. So we'll start to form the sentences one by one. First with the simple sentences using some of the words. Now to begin forming a sentence, first we have to understand what is a sentence. So in general, I have shown here in English at least how a sentence looks like. First, some examples. So you already know this. But for example, a boy runs, then it could be tall boy is running, and tall boy is running fast. Boy is running fast. Boy reads or read. Sorry, boy reads or read a book. Boy has read a book. Then boy ran. So all kinds of sentences would be there possible in English. So in a sentence, what is most important that looks here, what we see here is a verb. A verb. A sentence, the key word, most important word in a sentence is a verb, which indicates an action. So somebody is doing, some action is happening. Some action is happening. That is why we are trying to express or say that in a sentence. Now, whether it is just somebody is doing nothing, so somebody just exists for the sake of sentence, that is also an action. So just an action of existence. The action is the word which is indicated, which indicates an action is a verb. So there are verbs, and who does that action. There are nouns, and there may be other nouns, like not only who does, like what is, like an subject and object, and with what the action is being done, where the action is being done. So all these might be there in a sentence. So all may not be there, but may be there in a sentence, and they all form the nouns. Right? So nouns and verbs, they are the basic parts of a sentence, components. And then describing a noun, there could be other nouns. So I think they're called adjective. Then describing the action, describing the verb, how the action is being performed, there could be other nouns. We call other words there. We call adverbs. And there could be prepositions like to, for, etc. So he is going to school. He's coming from there. So from, to, those prepositions could be there in a sentence, in an English sentence. Now, other than these different words in a sentence, an action that could be performed in the past, in the future, and the action might be happening now also. So that is indicated by a tense of a verb, when the action is being performed. That is the time or the tense. And the number, how many people are performing how many objects are involved in performing the action. So that is indicated by number associate, and this number, we'll see how it is used in a sentence, in Sanskrit sentence. So these are different parts which make up a sentence, and different characteristics or properties of a sentence could be like a tense, that's the time, and the number. And there could be other properties also. Then there are other properties like what is a voice of a sentence, passive voice, active voice, etc. So we'll start looking at these formation of these sentences slowly, one by one, and how we bring about these different properties of each word, and also as a sentence in general. Like time is general, like when the action is being performed, and active voice, passive voice, that is also applying to a sentence. Now we'll start with simple nouns. Like in Sanskritam, the nouns are called Namapadam. I'll write in Devanagari first, and then I'll also write it in transliteration. Namapadam. Namapadamam nouns. In Sanskritam, the Namapadam or the nouns can have one of the three genders. There are three genders in Sanskritam. Its gender is called a lingam, which is I've written it in Devanagari here. Lingam. The masculine gender is called pullingam. It's written here. Pullingam. And feminine gender is called strilingam. And neuter gender is called napunsakalingam. So three lingams or three genders: pullingam, strilingam, napunsakalingam. A noun can have one of these three genders. And also, depending on how many objects are there or how many things are there, how many things we are referring to. Suppose there is one book, two books, three books, and four books, etc. So we have to apply a vachanam or a number to that noun. There are three numbers in Sanskritam. So we call vachanam to the number. Vachanam is a number. The literal meaning of vachanam means actually speech or talk. But in case of this grammatical term, vachanam means number. There are three numbers. Singular, if there is only one thing, then we apply singular number or ekavachanam. Ekavachanam. If there are two things, then we apply dual number or dvivachanam. If there are more than two, we apply plural or bahuvachanam. So this dual, if there are two things, so we'll use the dual number form of that noun, which we call dvivachanam. And this dual form is a special thing in Sanskrit language. So in English, there are only two numbers, singular and plural. So, but if there are two things, also in English we use plural only, like book and books. But in Sanskritam, there is a different form we need to use if there are two things. Okay. So Namapadam, three genders: masculine, feminine, neuter, pullingam, strilingam, and napunsakalingam. And then three numbers: ekavachanam, dvivachanam, and bahuvachanam. To begin with, while looking at this, while trying to form the sentences, we'll start with ekavachanam first, and then we'll take up the examples of other dual and plural also. Now, previously, in many examples we looked at, okay, for example, this one, take the slide here. There are many words here like Bruhat, Ramayana, Nripa, Ravana, Nagarika, Gruha, etc. These are all nouns. These are all nouns. However, except this one, except Bhavan, except that one. So all others, all of these are nouns only. But all these, also this one. Let's take a different slide. Let's say this one. Yeah. So if you take this slide here, all the words here, Rama, Hari, Neela, Guru, Uluka, Pitru, all these words, they are not actually ready for usage in a sentence. So this concept we need to understand here. So how this Sanskrit language works? Sanskrit language is an inflectional language. Inflect means what? Um, so there is a word, root word, and then we add a suffix to it. Add a suffix to it to make a usable word, to make a word ready for usage in a sentence. We take a base word and add a suffix to it, then prepare, then it becomes ready for usage in a sentence. Before that, just the base word cannot be used in a sentence. So it has to be inflected first. Sorry. So this noun base and case ending, these two are important when we are talking about nouns or namapadam. A namapadam is a usable word actually. When I say namapadam, it is a usable word. And then a usable word, a usable noun in Sanskritam has two parts to it. One is noun base, the base word, and then there is a suffix which we call it case ending suffix. Depending on in what context it is being used in a sentence, the case endings will be different. So the case ending, we'll see an example now in a moment. On the next slide, but let me give an example here. For example, Rama, if you take this word here, or in this verse, there is a word called Rajamani. That is a word. That is, so because this is used in a verse here, which is a sentence, it is obviously a usable word. So when we look at Rajamani, so Rajamani is a base word or base noun, and to this we are adding a visarga sound. A visarga sound is there. The two dots indicate visarga. So together Rajamani becomes a usable noun. Okay. Noun base and case ending. So we added the visarga because of certain reason there. So why did we add? It is one of the case endings, the visarga. So we added a visarga there.
So Sanjeev, quick question.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between Rajamani and Rajamanihi? Is the meaning the same?
Yeah, meaning is actually same, but if Rajamani is a base, it cannot be directly used in a sentence or any sentence. It has to have a case ending. Meaning is the same. Rajamani just means Rajamani means the king of a great king. Rajamani means great king. Hold on for a second. Just let me go to the next slide. But let me finish this one. So one is noun based and there is a case ending, and the other one is noun based characteristics like gender and ending sound. So let me go to the next slide anyway. Okay, here if you look at the this table here, okay, on the left side. So here the base sound is Rama. Base sound is just Rama. Or sorry, base noun. Base noun is Rama. As you see here, now this table shows 8 rows and 3 columns. 8 rows and 3 columns. The 3 columns indicate the number, as it's titled here. Columns are named here: singular, dual, and plural. So the columns indicate numbers. So if there is one Rama, then we have to use some form which is in the first column. If there are 2 persons which are called Rama, then we have to use the some form which is in the second column. If there are 3 or more persons which are called same Rama again, then we have to use the some form of the word which is in the last column. But other than that, the rows themselves indicate here the case ending. The case ending is the word which is already added with the case ending here. For example, if you look at the Ramaha, first one, there is a Visarga is added. Visarga is added. And then the second one, if you see Ramau, the Au sound is added. After Rama, there is a Au sound is added to the Rama, the base word. So Ramaha, Ramau, and then Ramaha for plural. Similarly, the second one is Ramam. Mam, is added after Rama. Ramam. This means the second case singular. Ramam. This Ramam again indicates the second case dual. Some of the forms, they look same, and based on the context in the sentence, we will have to identify what case it is. Ramaha and is the first case plural, second case plural is Raman, like that. So every case has a different form. Now when in a sentence, when they are used in a different sense, each case. So some examples shown here. For example, if there is a sentence called Rama goes. So in such sentences where Rama is the subject in a sentence, the person who is performing the action, then we use this first case forms. So if one Rama is going, we use Ramaha. So in that case, for goes, the verb is gacchati. So we use Ramaha gacchati. Means Rama is going, or Rama goes. So the first case is used when the action of the sentence being performed by that thing or by that person. It could be person or it could be thing. Inanimate or living object. So living, non-living, any object could be there. So that is a subject in a sentence. In English we call subject, right? So if it is a subject in a sentence, we use the first case form. Okay. Depending on the, again, we have to look at the number also. So if it is a single thing which is performing action, we use this what is in the first column. Then 2 things, second column. More things, 3 or more, then third column. So when we use the second case here, second case forms, this one. Okay. We'll see later. Second case form is used when the thing is an object in a sentence. Okay. So we are saying the look at Rama, or for example, I am reading a book. This is a simple sentence rather than this look at Rama. I am reading a book, or I am looking at Rama. I am looking at Rama. So towards I am looking at Rama. So this action, seeing action is being performed as Rama as the object there. So I am performing the action, seeing or looking, but Rama is the object there. So in that case, we use the second case. So like that, different cases, forms in different cases are used for different, to convey different meanings based on what role the noun is playing in a sentence. If a noun is playing, noun is a subject playing a role of a subject performing the action, we use the first case. If it is performing the role of an object on which the action is being performed, then we use the second case. And similarly, by, with. If we are using that thing to perform the action. So, for example, I am using like demons were killed by Rama's arrow or by Rama. So, using Rama, demon. This is not the actually. This is a passive voice. But if you take a active voice sentence, for example, what is the one example? For example, using axe, how do you say axe? Using axe or using knife, for example, or using scissors. Using scissors, I cut, or using knife, I cut a fruit. Using knife, I cut a fruit. So here knife is being used as an instrument. Using what? As an instrument. So in that case, we use the third case. So some examples of the usages of those roles are shown here. Like for, to whom I am giving the benefit of the action. Salutes to Rama means the salute or the benefit of the salute is going to Rama. So in that case, the fourth case is used. So for different roles, different cases are used here. So we'll look at this in subsequent classes one by one. Then Ramat, fifth case, is where there is a separation. Like for example, fruit falls from the tree. So that like to indicate the from, which there is a separation. Fruit falls from tree or leaf falls from tree. So that from, to indicate the from, we use the fifth case. Then to indicate the relationship between two objects, then the sixth case is used. Like Rama's book or boy's ball, something like that, where it is something belongs to somebody. So then we use this sixth case. Then there is a last one, seventh case. This is used to indicate the place where the action is taking place. Like animals are in the forest. People are in the city. So to indicate the place where the action is taking place, the seventh case is used. And the last one is eighth. It is not actually a separate case. It is actually first form of the first case only, but is just listed separately here because sometimes the forms might be different for the singular one. So this one, eighth case, is used to address somebody, to call somebody. So, hey Ram, or oh Ram, or hey boy, hey girl, for addressing, calling. So that form is used. So this is a general explanation, but general roles I have mentioned here for different forms here, like instrument and then benefit and separation, like this, a relationship. But there could be other roles also in a sentence, but these are at the high level we can understand that these are the roles when, these are the roles for different cases. Now note that very important difference, at least between English and this language, is that the case endings, they become part of the word. For example, if you look at any word here, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, etc., the whole thing is one word. Ramaha is one word. Rama and Visarga is not two separate words. So like similarly, Ramena is one word. Rama is the base noun, and then we are adding ena, like ena to it. They are not two separate words. So when the case ending is added to that base form, base noun base, then together it becomes one word. So that is the inflected form, where the form itself changes. So whereas if you look at the English sentence here, so we are using the prepositions, or some prepositions stand as a different word here, like by Rama, to Rama, from Rama, of Rama. So they stand separately. Whereas Rama, that noun base is kept separately here and also pronounced separately. But whereas here in this Sanskritam, the case endings become part of that word. So it becomes a single word. Any questions so far?
Sanjayji, quick question. The 1 to 8, should we look at the meanings at the bottom left? Because some of them look slightly different, like number 3 says by with through, but on the right hand side, by with is number 4.
No, sorry. So this is not aligned actually. So,
oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
This I copied from my other slide. So I just wanted to highlight this. Rama, and this goes at the end. Hey Rama is addressing.
Yeah.
And this Rama is this one. Object
okay.
Maya is this one. For is this one. From is this. Off is this. And this.
Okay, thank you.
Vivekanand Sanjeevji.
Yeah.
As for us now, is only words can be used in a sentence as far as Sanskrit is concerned. Because what I see you're talking here is that you have a word, not a word, you have a pratipadika. And to that you add endings to it, and then it becomes a word.
Yeah.
So technically you cannot use a pratipadika in a sentence.
Correct.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, so what Vivekananda Mahodaya was mentioning was that when he said Pratipadikam, it's noun base. So this noun base, what I have written, so Vivekananda was calling it Pratipadikam. So that is the Sanskrit word for noun base. I write it here. Pratipadikam. Do you want me to write it in English or transliteration? Or no? Understand? Yeah. Pratipadikam. Pratipadikam is a noun base in Sanskrit. And case ending is called Vibhakti. Vibhakti. Okay. So Pratipadikam or a noun base cannot be used in a sentence. That is true. It has to have a case ending added to it. It must have. So in this example here, the top, that Rama is shown at the top there. That is the Pratipadikam, or the noun base. Now we are a bunch of slides here just to build on our vocabulary. So we'll go through them quickly, or try to at least go through them. So it'll also
Sanjeev, sorry to bother. Would you mind going through the cases one more time straight through with the each meaning one example?
Yeah. So the first case, I'll take only singular form, right? The singular one. So Ramaha. Jessica, was that your question?
Yes, please. Thank you.
So this. So are you looking for a complete sentence in Sanskrit, or just the meaning of these cases?
Just like it was so helpful when you said separation and relation. So but I got a little confused on the first ones because I didn't understand the pattern. So if I understand subject, but from 2 on, if you could just say the case and then what it is and
Yeah.
like one example, that would be great.
Okay. The first one is a subject, the Ramaha, for example. Ramaha is doing some action. So he is the performer of the action. Main performer of the action is that thing. So then we use the first case, like Ramaha when he is going. So we use this first case, Ramaha. And the second case we use when that word or the thing indicated by that word is an object. Like here, so if Rama is reading a book, then Rama becomes the subject, right? Rama is reading a book. The Rama becomes subject, then we use this Ramaha in that sentence. For example, Ramaha Pathati is used for reading. Rama is reading, Pathati. Pathati means this is a verb in present tense. Ramaha Pathati means Rama is reading. So Rama is performing the sentence. Rama is reading. Now question would come, what is he reading, right? Now we need an object. Then something like a book. So then we use this form. Ramam. Ramam. So Rama, if he is looking at say somebody else, sorry, something. Let me give some example here. Let's take an English example only to get a hang of it. Like for example, a boy is eating. Let's take eating. Let me use a next slide just to boy. This is, let's say, eats. Suppose this is a sentence in English. So what is the action word here? This is the eats, right? Eats is the action word. Boy is performing the action. The question will, then there will be different questions, right? What is he eating? That is the first question. So the answer would be boy eats fruit. Boy eats fruit. So the action is being performed on this thing. So boy eats fruit, and then the next question could be boy eats fruit with what? Like, is he using some like spoon or something? Yes, suppose let's say spoon. So boy eats fruit with spoon, with a spoon. Now the question might come, for what purpose he is eating it? Like, he is eating for his own satisfaction or to satisfy hunger. Okay, so we can add another part of the sentence here called for satisfaction. Let's say this is another part. Right? Now there could be another question like, this fruit came from where? This fruit come from where? Or boy also might be coming from, say, somewhere. Okay? Or fruit comes from where? Let's say fruit is from a tree. So boy eats a fruit which is from a tree with a spoon for his satisfaction. Now also there may be another question. We can say my boy. Let's say this is my boy. My boy eats fruit with a spoon for satisfaction. Now the another question could be where. Where is he eating the fruit? Where the action is being performed? Where? So we can say in a room. In a room. You see, there's in one sentence it started with boy eats, but we added like different parts of the sentence based on the question. So first is what is he eating, with what is he eating, for what purpose is eating, or for somebody is eating, is doing the work, and then the from where something came, and then my means something belongs to, fruit may also belong to somebody, or now in this case, in this example I have shown just my boy belongs to me. My boy eats fruit with a spoon, and where the action is being performed. So these things, to indicate these things in Sanskrit, in a Sanskrit sentence, we use case endings. Okay? We use case endings. Here we are using like mostly prepositions like for, in, from, with. Like, and here also, if it is not my, suppose if here also you can of, we can use of here, like boy of me, or boy of lady. Boy of a lady eats fruit. So here also there is a preposition like of. So these prepositions, there are no these prepositions are substituted by these case endings in Sanskrit, and the case endings, they are always added after, because they are called endings. They are always added to the, at the end, suffixed to the noun base, which is pratipadikam, and they become one word. So whereas in English sentence the preposition stands as a separate word. Right? So in this example here, the first one, Ramaha, indicates the subject of a sentence. like the boy was a balaka or Rama in this case. So then we use the if the action is being performed by the thing or by the person, then we use the first case form. And if it is being performed, the action is being performed on that thing, then we use the second case form. Like I am seeing something, that is the action is being performed on that thing. Like in that example we used, boy is eating, boy eats a fruit, so the fruit becomes the object. So then we use the second case form. So what is the second case form of a fruit? Then for that we have to know the Sanskrit word for fruit first, and then we have to know what is the second case form of that fruit. So it could look like this or it could look like different. So all the different nouns in Sanskrit, they follow different patterns. All of them, they do not follow this same pattern what is shown here. This is one example of the pattern. Okay. So based on what they follow different pattern, we'll see a little bit later. Based on what different nouns follow different patterns, we'll see a little later. Now, so the third case here is Ramayana, means if it is something is by, suppose if you buy or with, mainly if you are using it an instrument, for example, like boy eats with spoon, so with spoon, or boy is cutting the fruit with a knife. So in that case, it is the knife is being used as an instrument, spoon is being used as an instrument to help with the action. So in that case, we use this form. Then for who is benefiting mainly by that action, to whom the benefit is going. So that is a boy eats. In this case, benefit is going to the boy only. So there is no separate person who is benefiting it, who is getting the benefit. So in that case, there is no need for this form in that sentence. So because this itself is enough, the subject. But in some cases, suppose I'm giving a book to somebody. In that example, giving a book to somebody. So I'm giving, action is giving, but the benefit of that giving is somebody. I'm giving a book to my friend. The friend is receiving that object, right? The object is the book there. So he is receiving the book. I'm giving the book to my friend. The friend is the recipient of that object. So in that case, we use the fourth case form here. And then the fifth case form, Ramat, which is shown here, which is usually used for where there is a separation between two objects. For example, the leaf falls from a tree. So there is separation of leaf and tree. So from where the separation is happening? The separation is happening from the tree. So then we use the fifth form of this fifth case ending form of the tree word, because the separation is happening from the tree. It is falling from the tree. So that fifth case form is used on the tree. Another example is like the river is flowing from the mountain. So it is coming out of the mountain. So there is separation there from the mountain. So on the mountain, the word for the mountain is Parvata. So on the Parvata word, we use this fifth case form. So the pattern is same here in this example. So Ramat, so the Parvatat. So Parvata is the base word for mountain. So the fifth case form is Ramat, Parvatat, similar to Ramat. Now where there is a belonging or relationship between two objects, then we use the sixth case form. For example, boys ball, like that, or boys book, something like that. So the book belongs to boy. So on boy, on the word which is used for the boy, on that we use the sixth case suffix, sixth case ending. And where the action is happening, on that word we use the seventh case form. So if the action is happening in a room, so room. So what is the word for the room? Room is like prakoshtha. Prakoshtha is the word for room, which the pattern will be same as like Rama here. So seventh case looks like this, Rame. So similarly we change it to prakoshthe, in room. So where the action is happening, on that word we use the seventh case suffix. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so much. Very helpful. Thank you so much, Sanjeev ji.
Thank you. And if it's the address, like calling somebody, then we use this last form, which is shown here. If we are saying like, hey boy, then boy, the word is, base word is balaka. Balaka is pratipadikam, or noun base. So here, if it is the balaka is eating, then we use this visarga ending, balakaha. But if you are calling that balaka, hey boy, then we just use balaka only, without any case ending. So it looks like it is pratipadikam, or the noun base, but it is not actually. So though it looks like that, and it sounds like that also, the pratipadikam, or the noun base, and the sambodhanam, or this calling, addressing, is the same. Forms are same, but pratipadikam undergoes some modifications, and while coming to this form, and it ends up in this form at the end. So this is not actually pratipadikam. Pratipadikam has undergone some steps grammatically, and then it ends up like this while calling, in the calling format. So we say balaka, this. The one which is shown here, hey, is not needed. Hey, just to show that it is a calling form. Otherwise, hey is not the part of the case ending, or not part of this case ending form. Just the Rama is the form. Just the Rama, or balaka is the form. Hey, just when you call somebody, you can add hey also. You can add o also, something like that. So that is not part of the word form. So in the next slide here, I just wanted to show two of the words here before proceeding to our vocabulary slides. So the first one here indicates the first word here, asti. Asti. Asti means is, just like we use in sentence is. Asti is, and nasti means not there, is not there. This is there, or is here, or is there, or whatever. So just like is, is the verb. This is a verb. Asti is a verb. Nasti actually has two words in it. Na asti. It's a combination of na and asti. Na and asti. So together it becomes nasti. Nasti means it's the opposite of asti, not there. Asti is there, nasti not there. Is not there. So these are the basic verbs we can use. Start using asti, nasti. Means asti is there, nasti not there. With any noun, so For example, if we want to say Rama is there, so how are we going to say that? So there is only one Rama, so we just use the first case form of that word Rama. So Ramaha, Ramaha. Then to complete the sentence, we can add Asti. Ramaha Asti. Ramaha Asti means Rama is there. Rama is there. Ramaha Asti. Now Ramaha Nasti. So if you use Ramaha and then if you add Nasti, means Rama is not there. This Asti, note that Asti and Nasti can be used only with singular nouns, which are in singular number or ekavachanam. So if there are two or more, then we cannot use these forms of the verbs. So we'll see that later. But first, for right now, for looking at the different words for building up on our vocabulary, we'll just use the singular form and just to use this Asti and Nasti for the sentences. Now regarding the pattern, so this is the one pattern shown here for one of the words. What is the noun base here? Rama. Rama is the noun base. So depending on the noun base, these forms, this table, which are like 8 rows and 3 columns, total 24 forms. So this table changes depending on the type of the noun base. Type of the noun base. Now, what could be the type of the noun base? So here it is shown here. So there are only two properties of a noun base, based on which that case ending table differs from noun to noun. So the pattern changes there. Depending on what? Depending on a gender. Depending on gender, whether it is a masculine, feminine or neuter. Whether it is a pullinga, strilinga or napumsakalinga, gender. And what is the ending sound of the noun base or pratipadikam? What is the ending sound of pratipadikam? Not the final word, not the word with the case ending. What is the ending sound of the pratipadikam or the base word? For example, base word is Rama. Yeah. So here the ending sound, you know that there is a sound there. So similarly, there is another pratipadikam, another noun base called Hari. So here the gender is Hari, means the name of a person. Hari is pullinga, masculine, and its ending sound is E, short E. So this is different than this one. So here this is also gender is masculine, this also gender is masculine, pullinga. But here the ending sound is A, and whereas in Hari the ending sound is E. Because the ending sound is different, the pattern of that table, case ending table, it changes, which is not shown here. We'll see that later one by one again. And obviously there are books available which with a collection of all these tables for different words with different patterns. So there are about like 200 to 250 patterns are there, different depending on different gender and different ending of the noun base. So how are you going to memorize all those 250 to 200? How are you going to know them? So many of them they follow, at least they look like similar pattern, which is not very difficult. And also it is not necessary to memorize all of them. As we start using them in the sentences, looking at the sentences, then we will come to know. It's not that difficult. Now going back to going back to this slide, you know that all these are noun bases. All these are pratipadikam. So as you see here, this the ending sound of this first one is Rama. What is the ending sound of this one? Hari, E, short E. This is again. This is short U, ending sound. So and here the ending sound is the vowel Ru. Then the this E, A, E, dirgha E, long E, So this is how we identify the ending sounds. Also, we have to know the gender also. Knowing the gender is a little bit tricky, and it's not straightforward in Sanskrit because the living objects, if you look at the, for example here, especially the like Rama, Hari, the name of the person, and we know that Rama and Hari, they are the name of a male person. So Rama and Hari, they are masculine. So remember, we have to know that in Sanskritam, the gender belongs to a word, not the actual thing which is indicated by that word. The word represents a thing, an object, right, in a real world. So it could be a boat, or it could be a stone, or it could be a mountain, it could be a person, it could be a animal. So it could be a lion, for example. So when we say lion, the lion, there is a word, and there is a object which is a living object, which is having the shape of the lion. That's a living being. Similarly, a mountain is a shape and certain characteristics, but we use that mountain word to refer to that object. So there are two. The separation has to be clear in our mind. That word is a separate thing, and the actual object or the actual thing which is referred by that word is a different entity. Different entity there. So to refer to the one object, there could be multiple words, right? A mountain. What else? Is there any other word for mountain in English?
Hill.
Yeah. For example, hill. Yeah. So there could be different words like that to refer to any object in the real world. So in Sanskritam, the same thing. There are multiple words which might refer to the same object, and here the gender is associated with the word, not with the object there, which is referred by that word. So, for example, there is a Parvata word, Parvata, which is mountain, and there is a Giri word, Giri. If I write it here, Giri. So this also means mountain only. So this is a Ikaranta. This is E, means this is ending in E, short E, Giri word. It is Parvata, it is ending in A word. These are the base words, noun base. And Giri, the gender of the Giri is Pullinga, that is masculine, and gender of Parvata word that is also Pullinga. But in some cases, though the object remains the same, the word which refers to that object might be differing in the gender. It may be different. The example would be say let's say article, news article or something like that, right? So it could be lekhaha, lekhaha. I'm using visarga here, which is not necessarily, visarga indicates the first case, but the base word is lekha, which means an article. This is a pullinga or masculine word, or it could be lekhanam, or just a lekhana is the base word, which is a lekhana is a napunsakalinga or neuter word. So the word, the gender is associated with the word, not with the actual object it is referring to. However, so how do we know? How do we know the gender of a word actually? It is by usage only. So there is no hard and fast rule that, or there is no actually rule that this word, by which we know, we'll come to know that quickly that this is a masculine word, this is a feminine or neuter. But one rule is that if it is a living object, okay, living means living and animate, like which is moving and living object. Then, for example, animals and humans, those, the words which refer to those objects, living and moving, they are mostly 99%. Those words will have the same gender as that object. For example, if you are referring to Rama here, the name of a person, so Rama will be name of a male person. So this Rama word will also have the same gender, the masculine gender. So Hari, same. Pitru means Pita. This is a noun base, Pratipadikam, Pitru. And because it is father, it's male person, so this Pitru word will also have the same gender, Pullinga. So the other one is Simha. Simha is a animal, Simha. So that means lion. It's lion. So if it is a male lion, so we have Simha. The Simha means male lion. This is a word for indicating the male lion, and the gender of this word is also masculine, Pullinga. If it is a Strilinga, the base, noun base will be different. It becomes Simhi. Simhi. It becomes Dirgha or long E. Simhi. This becomes the noun base for a feminine or female lion or lioness. So for animals, like Harina is a male deer, Harini is a female deer. So the noun base also changes when it is a living and moving object. I am saying living, moving base. If it is like a tree, then this rule doesn't apply, because that doesn't necessarily indicate a gender. So a tree, a word which is used for a tree, might be in any gender. So, like for example, Ruksha. So there is a word called Ruksha, which is a noun base, which is a masculine gender. Ruksha is a masculine gender. Then there is another called Sasya. Sasya means plant, which is basically a tree only, but it's a plant. Sasya, this is a neuter word. This is a Napunsakalinga Shabda. So, and there is another word called shakhi, which means tree, which literally means which are branches. Shakhi, which is a tree. So this is a strilinga or uh, strilinga, that is a feminine word, feminine gender. So though the actual object is the same which they are referring to, the words could be different, and those words, the noun base, can have different genders. So this you have to keep in mind, and depending on in what sound it is ending and what the gender of the word is, depending on that the case ending table will be different. But for example, the shakhi, and there is a another word called nadi. This also ending in e. This is also ending in long e. Both are ending in long e, and both are actually, I should not use the shaki. Shaki is a different word. Shaki is actually pullinga, which ending is a different there. But anyway, suppose there is a nadi shabda, which is ending in long e, and there is another ending, another word called, say, putri. Putri. This is also ending in long e. Both are ending in long e, and both are same gender. That is, both are strilinga. Both are feminine. So in this case, both follow the same pattern. Both follow the same pattern. So if you look at the table, case ending table for nadi, then we should be able to form the noun forms for putri also. So this is how we have to follow the tables. The pattern will be same for the words which are of the same gender and for which are of the same ending letter. Any questions so far? I'll stop here. Yes. Note that on that slide, on that slide where we are looking at different, these are different noun bases or pratipadikam. So all are ending in some vowel, right? Ru, e, etc. But many of the noun bases ending in consonants also. All of them, they don't end in only. All the noun bases do not end in only vowels. Many of them end in consonants also. So just to keep in mind. For them, again, the pattern of the table will be different. No questions? So alright, we'll stop here, and from next class onwards, we'll start looking at this next slides. If you have time during the week, you can take a look at these words. So these are some of the words. First, they are arranged by linga. First, they are all masculine. Then there are napumsakalinga or neuters, and there are some words which are feminine or strilinga. But anyway, in the next class we'll go through this. All right. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanskrit.
Thank you very much.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.